should be returning. Well, it's showing. Okay, so good. I've got it up now. A loser like you doesn't deserve cookies off the likes of me. Now remember though, he can't say that because he doesn't even know that Luke wants cookies. So like, read around the lines. He's made that up. He never said that. Without any further thought, what if Agnetha was to get like chills from him doing that? Like, she doesn't know what it is that's happened, but can tell that just something that's off has happened. Because they have this like kind of weird connection, and like they know when the other one's doing something. It's hard to explain, but they don't know what it is. They can just tell when that's something of like, how would I say, importance is happening with the other character. Without any further thought, I pulled the trigger. After all, this man deserved what he had coming. After all, this man deserved what he had coming. Or so he believes. To honour his sacrifice, I fully intended to consume his supply of cookies, and to honour his sacrifice, I fully intended to consume his supply of cookies and further increase my power level. It was hard. Without a doubt, these cookies were the worst I'd ever tasted. I'm sure they tasted like dank cardboard. And made me sick to the stomach. Yet I had to keep eating. If I were to stop now, that evil demon would take over the entire world. But to be honest, I kind of wanted to at this point. She's not killed anyone yet. He killed someone because he couldn't get cookies. I think we know who's the hot-headed maniac here. But you know, I'm not going to make him like die. I'm not just designing him to be evil so you don't care when he gets killed off. He's like, the point is, he's making fun of the heroes who can do literally anything. But like, we actually see him for who he is. The way I've written this, you see he's an awful person beyond redemption. But I'm not like covering for him constantly and saying, but he is the hero. No, that's him saying that because he believes that. But I don't think anyone else is going to buy that he is actually justified in what he's doing. Let's go back to hitting someone in the face with a terrible PC mouse. Computer mouse, maybe. Come Agnetha, the king we requires your presence. He said with far too much volume to his voice. He said with far too much volume to his voice. As it echoed throughout the room, shaking the CRT on its already insecure mount. I think when I hit 25,200 words, I will move on to the next board. Shaking the CRT on its already insecure mount. And I feel like it's insecure in more than one way, to be honest. What I was seeing now was past any point of reason. So I simply went along with it instead. Yay, it's almost time. So I simply went along with it instead. I must admit, though, this keyboard has been a bit odd now. I must admit, though, that I was slightly troubled by just how predefined these lines appeared to be. I do think that it is time for a change, so up you go, Razer. Now, please don't fail. I know you're a Razer and you like to fail, but just please don't. Anyway, here we have it. If I can just free this thing from the confines of the cables it's trapped within. This is a Unicomp Model M buckling springs keyboard from 2020. It's a remake of an IBM Model M. It'll be somewhat similar to the Model M2 from the early 90s. The older Model M's will have been firmer and generally better built, but this is not awful by any means. It's just the case isn't quite as solid as one of the old style IBM ones. The switches are all the same though as a Model M, and that is something. It's also made in the USA, so that's nice. You know, nice something still being made in the USA as opposed to China or Korea, where everything seems to be made now. It is 2020, as I say. You see these modern Windows keys are certainly a part of it. Yeah, I was worried it weren't actually typing. Predefined these voice lines appeared to be. As we walked through the hallway, it appeared bizarre to me that they were covered with images of cats. Because you would have that in the Demon Lord Castle, wouldn't you? No less, this place was actually quite well decorated. There is no open flames right next to antique wooden furniture. Just a generally tidy and well maintained hallway with plenty of natural light, because you have to remember this is like basically is made to like her preference. Like that's the whole thing. The same way the security system was made to play on her like absolute nightmare. So even though it's technically a Demon Lord Castle, it isn't the conventional kind of this looks like the inside of a volcano ordeal. Oh no. Like, I fear Luke if he ever gets sent to, like, his version of this, the human cattle or whatever. There will probably be pictures of Matsune Hiku everywhere in the halls. Like, not cat pictures, which is actually just fairly ordinary, to be honest. Dear me. Upon reaching a what would how would I say it? Like a well carved door, but finely carved dark wood door. I was guided in needless to say, the Demon Lord was no to be found, just a Asian guy with a... I don't know, I feel like she wouldn't go for a gold crown though, in like her ideal world. It would be something, it would be something, like less showy. Right, I don't know. Yeah, true. The sign of being the leader of a demon realm is cat ears. That is too perfect, actually, and it goes with the cat pictures in the hallway. With colour-coded Razer cat ear headbands. Oh, I'm afraid we have to bring in the new... We'll have to bring in the backups, they failed. Ah dear, how it would be, eh? With colour-coded electronic cat ears. Motorised, I think, is a better term. Kawaii. I cried. Getting a little carried away with what I was seeing in front of me. Yeah. I feel like there should be a kawaii piano. Like, I know there's a piano company that's like Kawaii, I think it is, without the second eye, but in my case it is actually going to have that second eye. Because, you know, maybe it is a bit of a nerdy reference that most people won't get, but I like my nerdy references. And yes, this buckling spring keyboard is nice. It may just be an age thing, I will admit, but I would go as far as saying this is better to type on than the Alps board. Although neither of them are bad. This, no less, Nullies. Oh, you must mean the... Oh yes, and the kawaii piano is totally going to have cat ears on the top. Like, it's going to be an upright piano just because cat ears work better that way. Cat ears and Google eye, giant Google eyes, because reasons. Oh, you must mean the... piano. I don't know though, I feel like Google eyes would be kind of creepy, to be honest. If you actually saw it. Oh, you must mean the piano in the corner. The king said calmly. I feel like he should have white hair. Like, I don't know why, but I just feel like it could work, you know. Agnico has kind of like blue, ocean type coloured hair. And naturally, because the ears of a crown, that's going to change colour to match her hair when she wears it and becomes a demon lord for real. Oh, you must mean the piano in the corner, the king said calmly, pointing towards a glossy, white, upright piano with pink centered white cat ears, naturally. Or maybe instead of white I could just say matching. With matching... You can actually get cat ears for cars. And I'm not making that up. Maybe I should buy some, I don't know. Towards a glossy white upright piano with matching pink scented cat ears. I mean, I don't have a crossover or anything. My car is actually fairly low for what it is. So I could put cat ears on it. If it was like a Range Rover, I mean, it would already be so tall to begin with. And I mean a real Range Rover, not just those wee-badged Freelanders that they just put Range Rover on. Anyway, with matching pink scented cat ears, adorned upon the front was a chrome pink logo. Owing to my lack of, owing to my poor eyesight, I couldn't make out the text, but it most likely said kawaii. Yeah, quoting herself. This shift key feels a bit like sideways. Could just be me though, I don't know. Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming, or is this just fantasy? I feel like, actually, you know, like while this is happening, I squealed in. I squealed in agony now. I squealed in absolute joy. Like that would, you know, that would, like, if Luke sensed that it would drive him mad. Because he does not want her to be happy like she is at that point. If I were to stop now, that evil demon would take over the entire world. Now, and you know, curiosity killed the cat. What's he going to ask? Chat MP3. what she's doing at that moment, and it's going to give him an equally non-sensical answer. That's a term. Speaking of which, I couldn't help but. Speaking of which, I couldn't help but wonder what was, and yeah, all the secret. She's not plotting. She's just enjoying Kawaii World. Who knew the Demon Lord's castle looked like a kawaii cat palace? Oh no, because as I say, it's like it's made around her fantasies, so it's a cat palace. Speaking of which, I couldn't help but wonder what Agnetha was plotting now. Chat MP3. Tell me. Ooh, what have you called it? Like dear chat? Yeah, like it's gone too far. My dear chat MP3. Or is it dear? No, I think it's D-A-R. D-A-R. Tell me what Agnetha is. What Agnetha's game is. And naturally it's gonna misunderstand him for comedic value. I really do need to check my phone. Is this even working? Apparently it isn't. Now I'm on the correct stream. Anyway, tell me what Agnetha's game is. What is she planning? Now, you asked. I hate chat MP3. Yeah, like you love your chat MP3. What's the very worst thing it can take from that? I hate chat MP3. Tell me what Agnetha's favourite game is. What is she playing? And what if there's even some self-awareness? Like, what if even Chat MP3 realises it's in a game? Now, that would make for a curious thing, because Luke doesn't want to accept it. That he's, like, stuck in this video game. You know what? I've not changed the mouse. I did say I would use this one. It's a little too late, but still. I can use this for a little bit, at least. I just got so used to using the other one. It's a nice little mouse, that. Tell me what Agnetha's favourite game is. What is she playing at? No, what is she playing? I asked frantically, desperate to learn what she was scheming. You asked, I hate chat MP3. Tell me. No, no, no. Oh no, he actually has this relationship in his head at least. I said desperately. Wondering if my AI friend would ever forgive me. Agnetha's is the game we're playing right now. What if the one time chat.mp3 is correct is the one time Luke won't believe me? Won't believe him, I mean. It, yes. But whether the only time chat MP3 is correct is the one time Luke won't believe it. But I need some really generic name. Luke and the Legendary Sword. Now that is a very generic sounding title. This was to be expected after all. This was to be expected after all. Luke is feeling betrayed. chat really did believe that I hated him and was now attempting to mess with my mind by telling me that I'm in a video game. Yeah. Maybe you should do like that typical AI thing that it just suddenly changes its mind when you ask it the same thing again. I can't accept this. I must know what she's trying to achieve. Oh my goodness, like what if he kind of has this fallout because it tells him the truth, but it's not a truth he will accept. So it's like, Agneva is trying to achieve world peace. I won't accept this. I'm the hero. That's my job. I must know what she's trying to achieve. And after another 5 minutes, chat responded. Although I thought she hated me. Yeah, it was a he. He suddenly decided it's a she now. He suddenly changed chat's gender, just like chat MP3's gender, just like that. And although I thought she hated me, you asked. I hate this. I think that she's studying the archives, whatever. Chat said, well, at least this time it didn't think I hated it. Okay. Agnetha is indeed studying the archives. She wants to restore world peace and then fill the world with cats. I mean, well, it's for once it's not wrong. I mean, that's exactly her goal. Her end goal. Yeah. At that point, I could not stand what I heard anymore. So I climbed up to the top floor and threw my phone out of the window. And that was the end of Chat MP3. I wasn't going to add that actually, but it works better than I expected. And we are now on 25,600 words. I feel like this is a good time to end. So I'm going to leave it here.